Hello and welcome to another episode from Hollow Cookies Gaming.
Hello.
Today we're going to be trying to help you out in getting as much CP as possible using everything that we know. So get straight in. Throughout this we're going to come back to some basics.
Yeah.
The main stats you want to be focusing on everything. That's meteorites, gems, and especially your gear. The likes of attack and crit, who seem to give the most CP, followed by HP and defense. And then for your accessories, they have additional damage and the like. Additional damage, I'd see a damage reduction.
But they're still
Damage reduction there, yeah.
they're still nowhere near as good for you as the attack and crit.
I don't think you can get attacking on the accessories. I think it's only add damage and damage reduction.
Yeah, is it?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I've had one. But for everything else it is. So we'll start with the gear. Again, the number one thing, most important, is you've got to get level 65. I know you might be trying to get as much CP to get to level 65, but once you get to level 65, that's when you start getting the most CP.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with, when you get to 65 anyway, your fixes, as you can see here, we've got attack and crit. They're the best. If you've got attack and crit, keep it. You can re-roll the affix and prefixes. Sorry, the value, the affix and the value.
But that's got quite a good attack on it anyway, hasn't it? So you wouldn't want to re-roll that one.
Well, we'll go in, we're going to have a look.
Yeah.
So we'll cancel off that. Now, no, there it is. If the affix is the attack and crit, I can spend the reforged tickets which we've got, which is, I'm not going to touch it just in case, I'm worried. And the Kirats there on the right. That will randomly give you one of the two, attack, defense, HP, crit rate or MP at whatever random value it decides. But we don't want that because we want to keep attack and crit.
Yeah, they're the best two hands down you can get for your
So instead we go to reroll value, and we can see that attack goes between 235 to 2354. So we're not too bad in attack, but crit rate is somewhat lacking. And just for the purposes of this video, I'm probably going to lose some CP, but at level 65, I mean, it is worth 262 carats at this, because this health piece is not going to change until they release an update for the game and add more levels.
Yeah.
So here we go, just for you.
Success.
Wow. Well, now we've reversed it. Now we've got.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That's. Get out of the way.
Go away.
Well, that was 2,000 X CP we lost.
2,000 something, yeah.
Yeah. But I can take that. I don't care.
So it's a bit, if you've got like one that's MP and HP,
Oh yeah.
then you just re-roll that, and if you get attack and crit, nearly no matter what values you get, it'll be better for your CP than would have anyway.
Yeah. Hopefully if you've kept all your gold keys, getting ethereals will be easier, but be prepared to get several copies. And take the best of the copies you get and keep it and upgrade it. So you see attack and MP on that one, and defense and MP. They're no goods. They're no good in comparison.
To an attack and crit, yeah.
So when it comes to gear, that's important. So some people might be thinking about the avatar items, which I have myself. I like to have one avatar item per character. Characters don't seem that difficult, but to be perfectly honest, it's a bad investment.
Yeah, your CP doesn't go up that.
Now, because I have a total of, sorry, I'll go back. I've got 7 different avatar items on all my characters. There's a stack and bonus, so because I've got 7, these numbers here carry over. You can see them highlighted in yellow. But it's 11,000 HP, 1,946. So it means like a bit of gear.
Yeah.
Maybe, but that's the stacking effect. The actual item itself, if I unequip that, you'll see a minute drop in CP. So there, that was worth 1,453 CP.
Yeah.
And that cost me 2,160 carats.
Where you could just enhance your weapon. At level 65, enhance your weapon will give you at least 2,000 CP.
These are purely for vanity. I mean, the reason this character looks like this is because of the weapons I've got. I'm not prepared to buy a weapon because they provide no CP bonus really. And they match my outfit. But yeah, if you don't really focus on these are luxuries. These are just vanity items at the end of the day. If you can afford to buy them all, should spend your money on something better. Right, so meteorites. Upgrading meteorites. We've got a video on this at the moment to find if you want to find out how to upgrade them. But you want to be ultimately focusing towards one thing. In a dream world, you'll be to get one of these greens from combining together your random greys. Oh, I don't have any, sadly, because I mentioned it in another video.
Used them in the last video.
But presumably the best one would be all-star increase. Now, flares have to be the same rarity or higher for you to get the effects. So example there, you see there's 2 purples here with the line, dotted line going between them. That's for the physical attack, as you can see, plus 5.28% going to this flare. So this flare adds, as it mentions there. It has to be, remember, the same rank or higher. And you want to be, for the maximum amount of CP, apart from upgrading these, you're going to want to follow a pattern of what you use. So all of mine match physical attack. Again, we've done another video on this, you can check that out. So physical attack increase. So I'm just going to go off this now and go to skills.
Yeah.
So you can see where that's utilised. Now, all these red skills, all of these are all physical attack. All the ones highlighted in blue, which is these 2, are magic attack. And as you can see, like for instance, the magic attack, the attack damage increase for this move to be used is 1078.56% of my attack. Now, I use these. I preferably want to pick stun moves, by the way. Get both your stun moves on there.
Yeah, you want to be able to stop a boss hitting you.
Yeah, you need to stagger them for a second, knock them over. I'll just stop them from attacking you. That's always good. But you can see it's 1,446. If we go into assign skills, these numbers here, 434.74%. That's the bonus from me meteorites carried over onto my physical attacks.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I don't use crit, because I'm losing a slot.
Yeah.
For that crit, I'd rather constantly keep pouring out the additional damage. I mean, 434% damage on top of that does 1,425%. I mean, there's a lot of damage numbers there.
Yeah.
Master skills, you only get these when you get level 65. Sorry.
Yeah.
They'll unlock, and you'll start by getting defense and MP and put points in them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like as you go up, just put your points in. But
That adds a few CP to you.
once you get so far, it'll cost you 100 grand to reset your master skills. Just 100 grand. It's easy enough to get at 65.
Yeah.
And that'll give you all your points back.
No, you could spend them all into just one of them. So if you
Yeah.
if you
put
really
them all
want
in
to just hit
attack.
harder, yeah.
But that said, I have 300 points in that, and that's only 3,000 attack. So I stopped. The main ones you want to focus on, depending on what you're doing, the HP increase.
Yeah.
It's a percentage increase, so it's a lot of HP increase. I haven't gone into that because I've been trying to do damage on the current world bosses, so I've ignored that for now. But crit rate increase, obviously, increase critical damage. Critical damage increase, that's always a good one. Your cooldown of each of your skills, I've put as many points in that as I possibly can, which is only a 10% sadly. And the last one is additional damage. They're the ones you want to focus for. If you are in arena, you're probably going to want to put as many points as you can in your emergency activation as well. And that'll give you that last ditch attempt to beat your opponent with your EX. Speaking of EXs, there's also pets that can increase that.
One thing about the skills as well, something that I didn't realise when I was playing through like the early levels of the game, is that some of them are passive skills.
Oh yes, yes.
Which they'll just
Passive.
yeah, they'll just increase your XP just for leveling them up. I'd left them at level 1 for ages, and then end up having to spend quite a lot of gold to actually get them higher, and my CP went up by about 10,000.
Yeah. It
Well,
will
maybe not
increase your CP.
10,000, but yeah, it'll just increase it.
So you're also going to want to look at your pets. Now we got lucky. When we started playing, there was a lot of gifts coming through for epic pet tickets, so it didn't take long. And on my second fusion attempt of epic, I actually got Bellum here. It's just a bit dirty. Very lucky. Very unlikely.
Very lucky. Lucky
But-
bastard.
Yeah. But with your pets as well, not all pets are equal. There's all different ones. If you've got an epic pet, regardless of what it is, and you don't have another pet, equip that, and so on and so on. But always look at what their prefixes are. So this guy he adds additional 5% damage, which is fantastic, and add damage there. So his bonus damage is 12. I don't know what that is, sorry. That's 10.46%, sorry.
Yeah.
You got Quark Eye, emergency escape activation rate, 10% increase again.
Yeah,
So
that's
with
the
your
one
skill,
I've got. I've got that one. I've got Quark Eye.
well, that's 20% with your skill increase, and that
Yeah.
to try and get out of emergency activation. And this guy's quite good. If you've got sufficient HP, I mean, you'll be in that 20%. You're on 20% more attack and defense while you're above 80% HP.
Yeah, that's alright.
It is good, but in the arena, most people have crit in the primary slot.
Yeah, so
So
you're
you're going to
down.
lose 20% health before that crit kicks off.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
So it's got its ups and downs, like everything.
but definitely level up your pets. Don't forget to level up your pets.
Yeah, feed them.
You feed them. I usually feed them greys, greens, and blues. Obviously, this guy hasn't been given any. Don't use gold
No.
because you don't need to. It's a waste of gold. I
No.
wouldn't use Kirats either.
If you're playing through the game, doing your dailies anyway, like doing the 10 waves, you'll get plenty of greys through that.
Oh yeah.
So you can just feed and feed and feed them.
And there's a massive difference as well in the stats of your pets once they reach level 65 compared to when they're when they're level. Yeah, you can see their Quark Eye's level 1 and Bellum's 65. He has a plus 10, but they get a massive increase in stats when they actually hit their full potential, their full level. So try and get them to 65. The pet
Sure.
can only go up to your level. It can't go above or.
But
etc.
your pets are across all your characters anyway. So
Yes. This pet is equipped to all of my characters. Even my level 20 character has Bellum equipped. Even when he started the game at level 1, Bellum was standing behind him.
yeah, which is a CP increase anyway for your other sub accounts.
So we'll go along onto gems here. Now again, you're going to have to get to maximum level. I'm not sure if some of them are locked by master. Are any of them locked by
No,
master?
no, it's just level 65. You get
Just
the
level
last slot.
65. But these gems, I mean, initially you want to start off, you want to prioritise your purple gems for your add damage, your red gems for your
Yeah.
attack,
You crit.
your damage reduction, your crit, yeah. And then I'd probably take defense over your HPs. HPs are purely there because I prefer them.
Yeah, Mel's better than MP.
Don't put MP on.
No.
Don't put MP gems on. If you find that you run out of MP a lot, I can but presume that you're doing auto battles or you're far too eager with your skills. You have to utilise your standard attack more
Yeah.
and maybe avoid the enemies.
Oh, there's
But MP runes, I mean, that's a plus 8 MP rune. Let's see, the worst one I'd see here would be HP. I'm going to equip that.
go down by
1898. We'll clip the MP. Yeah, it's just
no.
1240.
That's a plus 8 as well.
That's exactly the same level. MP is not the way to go.
No.
So you focus on your purples, your light blues, your reds. The silver's a crit there.
Yeah.
Everything else is just build it up. Yeah, I haven't managed a plus 9 yet. I have seen one. My friend got one,
Yeah.
but they seem still damn hard to get. I've tried about 10 times and failed every time. Very expensive, but good increases.
Especially if it's not, especially if it's on your attack or damage reduction.
Yeah, also, the thing to mention is 10% of your sub characters. Actually, before we get into that,
Yeah,
another
the
good
guild.
thing to do is guild.
Yeah, it was something that I was thinking of only this morning, that if you're in a guild, you could actually be in the wrong guild for you.
You can look for a guild. There's many about. You can just browse through here, different ones. Thankfully, we're in a guild. But once you remember, you can see these numbers up here. There's a little heart and cross swords. It'd be easy to go into the tower.
Yeah, just go on.
Right. But as your guild progresses and does certain towers, you can see here the Tower of Life, which adds health. Tower of Destruction adds increased physical attack damage. And the Tower of Magic adds magic attack damage.
The higher you level those up, the more expansions the guild do with those increases your attack or your magic.
Yeah, the
So-
higher level the tower, the
Yeah.
more physical attack you're going to gain.
Yeah, but if you've got all magic moves and the guild's only doing
Physical.
then you're gonna not be getting the increases that you want. So maybe, if you're in a guild, have a look at what they're upgrading, which towers are expanding, and
There are definitely guilds out there better than us. But
yeah, we're not the greatest guild, but
in
We're
this
getting there.
we've got the shield there, which you see is I presume is physical defense, and the
Guess-
Tower of Endurance
Okay.
is magic defense.
yeah,
Actually, you can see on the bottom right here.
nice.
We've actually kept off the Tower of Health because 510 HP is not worth doing. And we might
Yeah.
actually start farming guild points from that. But yes, you get a CP increase from that there. So I get 65.53 bonus percent to my physical attack. That's all stacking with my meteorites, my skills. It's all working together. And then last but not least, the only other thing that you can really point out for CP increases is additional characters.
Yeah.
No, there's actually, I'll just log out here. Not log out, sorry, switch characters. If I just bring up on the bottom middle here, there's this little question mark. As you can see, the main character receives 10% of the sub character's stats, but that is attack, defense, and crit. So these are the characters. Oh, there we go. You want to, if you're just looking to boost your main character CP, you want the gems on those characters, the meteorites on those characters, and all the gear on those characters to be attack, defense, and crit, so that you can get 10% carried over to your main character. And then, yeah, that all of them help boost your CP. You've got to do all of them. It'll take time.
Oh yeah.
It will take time.
Yeah.
But that said, I started this game just before Christmas.
It's not too bad. So
It's not
it's
too bad.
6 months.
And I have meddled with other characters. I mean, sadly, I used all my gold keys at level 60 because that was the level cap at the time. But I've still managed to pull back. So hopefully, if you're not level 60, you're going to level 65. And you've been keeping all your gold keys back. You can see another video on that, 97 gold key chest, I think.
Yeah, 97 were unlocked.
That's a great boost to your CP.
Yeah. So I got a 40% boost from hitting level 65 by just getting everything.
How pretty he looks.
Everything level 65. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But that's pretty much everything you can do on CP. We hope that helps.
Yeah.
Anything else come up?
Yeah, just
us
comment. Comment in the comment section, obviously, and
Thank you to Mr. Apple 94.
yeah,
Just to mention there.
yeah, he posted a question about how to get more CP. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
From Hollow Cutters Gaming. See you next time.
Bye.